What's up, travelers? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tommy, and today we're going to be discussing the top 5 things to do in Key West that are 100% worth your time that are not on Duval Street. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I've got 3 exclusive military discounts that apply to lodging and rentals that are applicable to everybody. If you're new here, I talk about travel rewards, credit card rewards, military discounts, and budget vacations. Alright guys, let's get started. First budget-friendly thing on our list of things to do in Key West, not on Duval Street. That's going to be the Hemingway house. Right in Key West, this is a staple of this area. This is a famous area, historic home. It's a must-see if you love history, writing, or, well, cats. There's about 50 cats roaming this property. Some of them even have extra toes. Some of them have 6 toes. And it's the exact home of Ernest Hemingway, one of America's greatest writers. And then you can also learn about Key West in the 1920s and Hemingway's wild lifestyle. The cost is pretty advantageous to your wallet, only being $18 for adults and free for children if they are under the age of 5. And one of the pro tips that I have for that is to definitely take some photos while you're there, but also visit early in the morning before some of the crowds hit. Alright guys, tip number 2 for Key West adventures. That's going to be Fort Zachary Taylor Beach. This is my favorite area in all of Key West, and it's relatively cheap, being just $6 per car or per bike, or just walking through. If you're looking for the best beach in Key West, this is it. You can go to Smathers Beach, or you can go to Fort Zachary Taylor Beach. I think there's a very big difference, and I think Fort Zachary Taylor is the most picturesque and beautiful, and it's extremely worth visiting. It is the cheapest beach entry, but it's also the best snorkeling in Key West, with beautiful clear waters, coral reefs, a lot of fish swimming just close to shore as well as in the rocks and coral areas under the water. I had a blast being over here filming and diving and snorkeling around this region. There's some shady picnic areas perfect for a beach day, and you'll also see some locals and even some tourists bring their own hammocks and put them between 2 palm trees and just relax and read a book or take a nap and just enjoy the beautiful weather at that beach. One of the pro tips that I do have for this area is that when you're visiting this beach, make sure you bring your own snorkel gear. You'll definitely save money. There's a lot of dive shops in Key West, but bringing your own gear, whether it's a mask, snorkel, fins, you name it, is definitely going to be a lot cheaper in the long run for you. Alright guys, let's move over to the staple of Key West. One of the most popular places that everyone has known and seen, whether you've actually visited Key West or not, that's going to be the southernmost point, and the best times to visit are actually going to be as early as possible. When visiting the southernmost point, you're going to see that there is a line down the street every single time you go, whether it is beautiful weather, crappy weather, it doesn't matter. People come out in droves to take a picture with the southernmost point. And you can't not get an iconic photo there. So make sure that you get there and arrive early so you can experience it all. This is one of the specific bucket list photo opportunities that there are in the US, with the old famous red, black, and yellow buoy there. The best time to visit, as I mentioned in the morning, is going to be sunrise time, which is typically around 6:30, 7 a.m., sometimes a little earlier. There's going to be 0 crowds around this time, or late at night for a cool night photo. Alright guys, number 4 on my list of the top 5 things to do in Key West that aren't on Duval Street. It's actually going to be the Conch Republic is coming in at number 4. So this is a seafood restaurant, the full name being Conch Republic Seafood Company. And this is another spot that is meant for anyone who is interested in lobster, shrimp, conch fritters, you name it. This is basically a place for a lot of foodies, a lot of tourists attend, a lot of locals love this spot also. It's the best place to get fresh local seafood without breaking the bank. It's in a beautiful spot over in the Conch Marina. And it's worth it because it's affordable Key West seafood compared to some of the other tourist traps that are on the island. And there's also live music. You're right on the waterfront with plenty of waterfront views, things to do. You can see the tarpon, you can see manatees, you can see fish right off the dock, right by the restaurant. And it's an epic dinner spot for any sunset also. One of the must-tries over there, as I mentioned, is going to be the conch fritters, but then also having stone crab claws or also the Key West pink shrimp. Those are 3 good options that anyone should try over there. The cost typically for this restaurant is going to be $10 to $25 per meal. And they also have happy hour deals before 6 p.m. So it definitely makes it advantageous and worth it for your budget-friendly wallet. All right, guys, last but not least, number 5 thing to do in Key West that is exciting, fun, budget-friendly, and also is not on Duval Street is actually going to be visiting and checking out the Key West Lighthouse. This was one of my favorite spots in Key West just because of the panoramic 360-degree view that you can get once you get to the top of the actual lighthouse itself. So the cost is very effective, only being $17 for adults, with kids under the age of 6 being free. So that's one reason why it's extremely worth it. It's also 88 steps to climb. The insane panoramic view just really lets you take in all the Caribbean, looking north, south, east, and west around the island and offshore, as well as the hidden history. There's a lighthouse guided information, basically how this lighthouse was relevant towards guiding civil warships, which is pretty interesting to read and see and look at the old school pictures from that. There's also a cool breeze at the top that makes it worth the climb, especially on one of those hot summer sunny days in Key West. One of the pro tips that I do have for this location is that going up there for the sunset, you might have to beat the foot traffic getting over there and beat the lines, but the sunset views are completely unmatched. All right, guys, it's bonus time. So 2 bonuses that I do have for you guys when traveling to Key West that are not on Duval Street, but still a great time and worth your wallet. That's going to be visiting the free rum tastings, as well as having key lime pie. So let's talk about the rum first. You can't talk about Key West without talking about rum. There's actually 2 specific Key West distilleries that offer free tastings, both within a block or 2 of each other. That's going to be the Key West First Legal Rum Distillery, and there's multiple samples in different flavors that you can try for free, as well as a more popular brand, the Papa's Pilar rum. You can find that in most liquor stores. It's one of the best premium rums in Florida. You can find it nationwide. And I highly suggest doing both of these distilleries, hearing about the history of the distilling process. You'll see some of the different signatures of famous people that have visited and signed the actual casks where the rum was actually made. It's a really cool opportunity. And they also sell their own rum that you can purchase in there, as well as merchandise and different gear. All right, let's move on to that second bonus that we have here. Let's talk about the key lime pie that you can get from Kermit's Key West Key Lime Shop. One of the things about Key West is that you can't talk about rum and you can't talk about key lime without keeping Key West in the conversation. That is exactly why, as a tourist, as a local, as a traveler, you should visit this spot also and try it. This is actually conveniently across the street from the docks, right near Conch Republic, which is perfect because they have everything from key lime pie to key lime ice cream to key lime different treats, cookies, you name it. They've got everything key lime, and it's definitely worth taking a bite. All right, military members, I always like to provide some exclusive discounts and travel tips for you as well. So let's move on and discuss some of that. There are 3 exclusive Key West discounts just for you. So 1, I'm going to start with a travel discount. Military members can get reduced fares on the Key West Express ferry to and from Fort Myers and Naples. This goes directly to Key West and can be an easy way to get out here to the island if you cannot fly in. Second on that list is going to be a rental discount. Fury Water Adventures is right over by Conch Republic also, and they have a variety of different things that you can rent, go out on, do a sunset cruise, you name it. And they'll give you 25% off jet skis, kayaks, and snorkeling tours, as long as you have your military credential and your military ID. And from a lodging discount, that third exclusive point is going to be that military can stay at Key West MWR Lodging. This is huge, I'm going to say that twice. Military can stay, if there's space and availability, for cheap at Key West MWR Lodging, which is extremely cheaper than the local hotels. You will save hundreds of dollars per night by staying at this lodging spot. All right, guys, that's it for the best budget Key West activities that are not on Duval Street. So there's 5 tips right there, 2 additional bonus, as well as 3 exclusive military discounts. Which one are you most excited about? Let's drop a comment below. And if you want even more money to save on hotels and different ways to do it, check out my last video where I break down Hilton and Marriott rewards. These hacks will help in the long run. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications for more travel hacks, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay traveling.